Welcome back to my channel. I'm Mrs. Swifty and today we're doing another speed build. Thank you guys so much for your feedback. You guys seem to really enjoy the last speed build that we did a few days ago, which was the Pirate Play Shack build. If you haven't seen that, go back and check it out. It was a lot of fun to build and hopefully something really useful for the game. I built basically a community lot, which I think it was a cafe specifically, where you could take your families. So it had everything that you would need for toddlers, children, and then obviously stuff for adults and teenagers as well. It was just, yeah, a lot of fun, kind of styled on a sort of soft play type area. Yeah, so that was really, really good fun to build, and that obviously was a pirate theme. Today, we're doing another themed build and another community lot. We're going to do a pool this time, a sort of, not a ledge centre exactly, because it's only really got the pool and like a sort of half cafe area, but I didn't want to make it a proper cafe, so it's got sort of vending machines and that sort of thing. But yeah, this is also themed. This is a rainforest theme, so it's kind of got quite a lot of the jungle adventure pack in it. It's also got some El Salvador stuff in it, so yeah, I really hope you like this build. It took me a really long time. This one actually took about twice as long as the Pirate Play Shack did, but I've sped it up a little bit more, so it still should only be about a 15-minute video for you guys. So yeah, I wanted, it's a similar shape actually on the outside to the Pirate Play Shack, but I think it just works really well for having like an entranceway and then having like the main area. So you'll see what we do. You can already see that I've put in a mezzanine level, and that's where the sort of half kind of cafe area is going to be. So up there we'll have counters, there'll be vending machines, and there'll be like tea and coffee making facilities, and chairs and tables. And I have got a big table up there as well with some balloons and things. So if you wanted to have a birthday party here, you could. You'd have to bring your own birthday cake. You'd have to make that back at your Sims house and then bring it with you. But you could totally do that. And this would be a really fun place to have a birthday party. It's the sort of place that you would have a children's or toddler's birthday party in real life, like a swimming pool type place. So yeah, it's very heavily themed. There's a lot of like plants, that sort of thing. I really hope you like it. I decided to go for sand. Sorry about that. I decided to go for sand as the like flooring in here, so that you could actually also build sandcastles. So if you didn't know, if you got Island Living Pack, you can build sandcastles in sand. So even if you just use terrain paint here, for example. So it's mostly sand. There's a little bit, I do sort of do a bit of terrain paint, so there's a little bit of mud as well, because I didn't want to make it too beachy, because it's supposed to be rainforesty. But your Sims can still build sandcastles. I did play a test that, so that's great. I also put in a hot tub, because that's the sort of thing you'd have in this sort of place. So if you went to a swimming pool area thing, there would be a little hot tub area for the adults, or or even for children and teens or whatever. So I actually used the platform tool to sink it into the ground there, which worked really well. I had to faff around with it a little bit, but it worked out really well in the end. I really like the way it looked. And then, yeah, I did this sort of plant area in the corner over here. Again, something really common that you see in this sort of place. If you were going to like a themed swimming pool, though, particularly something themed like this sort of thing, like a rainforest theme, you would definitely have like a little area of plants, sort of just to set the scene. So I spend a lot of time putting in plants over here, making it look good, making it look right. And then we put plants all over the place, actually, particularly in the entrance hall. I think that came out really, really well. It looks really, really cool. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy this. If you want to download this build and use it in your game, you can. I will put the link down below, but you can also find it on the gallery by searching my EA ID, which is Mrs. Rowe Swifty. That's R-O, Mrs. Rowe Swifty. Yeah, so if you want to download it and put it in your game, then you absolutely can. And I hope it will be a really fun place to bring your families. Again, I said this is in the video before, but I really feel like in The Sims there's not that much family gameplay, and certainly not that many places that you can take your Sims families. So even like the pools that are already in the game, they don't have stuff for toddlers. Toddlers can't go in a normal swimming pool, and it doesn't feel like a day out. It's sort of somewhere you go because you want to build your swimming skill, or because you want to meet other Sims, for example. But I feel like this actually is a really good place that you could come for just a day out, or even, like I say, for a celebration for a birthday or something like that. yeah, or even maybe you want to make a family tradition with your Sims where they go here on Winterfest, or you know, at what is it, Flower Day, Flower Buddy Day, or whatever it is. So there's quite a lot of sized down trees in this lot, and the only disadvantage to that, which was a little bit annoying when I was trying to take screenshots, is that when you zoom in they disappear, because obviously the game is expecting them to be very big, so you don't have to be zoomed in very far before they disappear, which is obviously fine in build mode. At the moment you can see them all, but you'll notice when I do the screenshots some of the trees aren't in the photos, but they are there, they just have disappeared because they've been shrunk down, and the game expects them to be much bigger. So I use quite a lot of these like Salvadorada like hieroglyph type things on the walls. I think that it looks quite cool. It sort of adds to the rainforesty theme. I put these, I thought it was really cute, putting little turtles on the bottom of the pool, like baby turtles and one mama turtle. So yeah, and this is where we do the toddler area. So I got a couple of paddling pools and a slide, and like I say, they can also build sandcastles. Oh yeah, and I did do the water balloon fight buckets as well. So your child, I don't think toddler Sims can play with that, but definitely your child Sims. I thought that was really cute. I don't know if you caught that, but I actually put two little froggy fountains over it, but in the little plant area. I thought that was really cute. And I decided to jot around these sprinklers. I tried to put in the actual like sprinkler for gardening that you have, because children can play in that, but for some reason the game won't let you can only use it outside. So that was a bit of a letdown, but I did put in, like I say, the fountain thingies in there. Sims can't play with them, but they look really cool, and just even the sound of them like going off when you're playing the game is really cool. So this thing you see me doing here with the like the mounted plants, and then I put the hanging plant over it, I use that all over the place in the end. It just looks really, really cool. It sort of suits the theme, and yeah, I just thought it looked really cool. And realistically, in a place like this, you would have a lot of repetition. So I end up using that there, and I do use it out in the sort of hallway entrance area as well to decorate a bit. So this is just a small changing area. Obviously in The Sims it doesn't have that much function, except if you want your Sims to change and you want them to use a locker instead of just changing, you know, from the inventory or whatever. So yeah, and there's a mirror in here as well, I suppose, but yeah, so I didn't make it very big. Obviously in real life this would be much bigger, and you'd have changing cubicles and all that sort of thing. I thought about putting showers there, because obviously your Sims could rinse off beforehand, but I don't have Snowy Escape yet, and so your Sims would literally strip off and have a naked shower, and that's not what you want at all. So I decided to leave it for now. Maybe when I get Snowy Escape I'll come back in and I'll add the showers that came in that, because those showers Sims will shower with their clothes on. I think they shower like in their swimming costume, which is obviously what you want. In a normal swimming pool you would have like a little shower area for them to rinse off before or after they go in the pool. So I've got a couple of toilets over here. I put them sort of by the entranceway, so if your Sim is not going in the pool and they're just using the sort of cafe area, then they can come down here and use the toilets. But there are showers in there as well, so if your Sims have finished their swim and they want to go and have a shower, they can. You're about to see me put down a whole bunch of plants in this room. I just wanted to make it feel really jungly and rainforesty, and I thought if this was a real place there would just be plants everywhere. It would be really heavily themed on the entrance, because that's what you want to catch people's attention as soon as they come in. So yeah, you can see here I'm going kind of ham on the plants here. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way that this entranceway turned out, I think. Yeah, I decided to change my mind about the lights. I put them in right at the start, and then the vibe just kind of changed in here, became less modern and more obviously like jungly, more rainforesty. So I went with I think those are from Jungle Adventure, those lights. So yeah, I don't think I've ever used that swatch on that little like tree, potted tree thing with like the white trunk and the brown base, but I actually think it looks really good. So yeah, oh yeah, I nearly forgot to put roofs on the or roofs rather on the downstairs rooms that are obviously open to the upstairs because of the mezzanine level, but I didn't forget, and I put some roofs on there just so that there's a bit of privacy. Now we're coming up to the mezzanine level, to the sort of cafe area. You can see here I'm putting in some vending machines that your Sims can get some snacks from, and then we've got some counters. I'm going to put some tea and coffee making facilities and a little microwave, so you can get microwave snacks from the vending machine if you want to. And then I just sort of grab a bunch of plants out of the build mode that I wanted to put in. I decided to go with this big tree thing. I think that's from Eco Lifestyle, I think, to put in the middle. So yeah, I just thought it broke up the space a little bit and made quite a nice little centerpiece. It's the sort of thing I feel like you would find. I think I sort of imagined this place as a bit like maybe Center Parks. They have sort of the themed swimming pools, or maybe even like a Disney type place, just somewhere that's like, yeah, really heavily themed. Somewhere really fun, hopefully, to bring your Sims. You can see, again, like I said, I'm using the same planter method with the overhang plant there and a little light underneath as well. I decided, I don't think I've ever used these tiles from the Salvadorada pack, which have like the little motifs on them. I decided I would try and use those. I couldn't use it the whole way down because I had done some elevation around the building because I put it up on a little foundation. I wanted to just mess with the terrain a little bit. So so I couldn't use it all the way around, but I think it turned out really well in the end, actually. And here we are. I'm just putting a car park in at the back and covering up the bits where the columns poke out. I don't think there's a way that I could have made the columns not stick out on the outside because they're on the exterior walls. But yeah, so I mean, I don't completely cover them, but unless you're looking for them, you can't really see them with the trees there. So just a bit of landscaping going on, really, make the lot feel a bit fuller. I didn't go too crazy with the landscaping, but yeah, here I am putting in the car parking spaces, and I think off camera I am going to debug and I pick out some cars and put them in the lot just to make it feel a bit more full and a bit more like people are actually visiting. So I do a bit of terrain paint. I had to be a bit more careful around some of the build because obviously some of it has sand on the inside. I didn't want to like overlap with the dirt. And I thought about putting some fountains out on the out front, but I changed my mind, decided that it would look better with nothing there. So I just left it clear. So we're into the screenshots. Here we are. Yeah, this is the outside. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I think it looks really cool. And I think it looks really pretty realistic. Like the outside is quite cool, but it's not too, it's still quite industrial and modern looking, but the inside is really, really cool. Very heavily themed. I love this sort of entrance area. It's a little seating area so your Sims can wait if you're waiting for other members of your group to arrive. And you've got the stairs going up there to the mezzanine level, which is up here, yeah. And you've got your little vending machines. There's a little girl there having something to eat, and coffee area. Make sure there was a table there with balloons and things as well, so if you're having an event you can get your Sims to sit there. Of course, you can always go into build mode and change it around if you need extra seats or whatever. I really love the way that it looks like looking down from the mezzanine level. But yeah, this is the changing area. A little changing area. That's looking into the swimming pool area there, and everybody's having a lot of fun. I really love the way that this turned out, guys. I really hope that you like it. Like I say, you can download it on the gallery if you want to. I'll put the link in the description down below. You can also find it by searching for my gallery ID, which is Mrs. Rose Swifty, R-O Swifty. I think the fountains look really cool. Like I say, they aren't like playable in the sense that the kids won't actually like play with the fountains, but I think that they just add something to the overall aesthetic. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this build. Thank you so much for watching. Please go and see my other builds if you're interested in that kind of thing. And yeah, thanks for watching. Go check out my Black Widow challenge if you haven't, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.